17, y'all. It's arm day. I had a late one last night, did my cardio close to midnight. And now it's, what time did I get up this morning? 4:45. And now it's 6 o'clock. And I am on my way to the gym to hit cardio. Now, it would have been very easy for me to say, oh, I could sleep in bed. I can get in some extra hours. But even though I do work for myself, I have work to do. Life doesn't stop. Winners get ahead and procrastination stays in bed. So that's the attitude that I get from working out. Whenever I work out, I have that time definite. I have that efficiency. I have that discipline. So if I can carry that to every other area of my life, then of course I'll succeed bit by bit, day by day. It all adds up. It's the little successes that give you the big success. Yeah, how do you like those apples? Okay guys, day 17. Back in the gym, meaning it's arms today, biceps and triceps. Anyway, I like to hit arms in the middle of the week to split it up from the larger muscle groups such as the back, chest, legs, etc. It feels a little less daunting as opposed to smashing a larger body part day after day. So it's a good kind of break away from the norm during the week. The workout is going to consist of just straight sets for biceps, straight sets of the triceps, meaning I'm not going to go antagonistic back and back superset. However, there will be a couple of drop sets in there. There will be some exercises that will be different. We'll be using machines, cables, free weights. We'll be swapping things up and shocking the biceps and triceps. So the workout shouldn't take you really any longer than, say, you know, if you're training by yourself, about 50 minutes. My pre-workout is definitely kicked in. I'm ready to go smash this up, so no more talking, let's get it. We begun with an overhead cable movement. So I used my elbows to be supported up against a bench, and I did 10 repetitions, and then I dropped it down to 10 repetitions again once I reached failure. So I was doing 20 repetitions per set there. Then on the second exercise, there's a tricep machine here, reach failure at around 10 repetitions again, you know, select that weight that'll allow you to reach failure then. When you cannot do any more, you do another 10. Always be careful to have your elbows in very close together. Don't use your chest or your shoulders. And the third and final exercise for triceps here, I went over to like a chinning machine here. Again, I was pushing through the elbows and making sure my elbows were tucked in very, very tight. Resting for about 45 seconds between each set, and I did 10 repetitions there to absolute failure. Then I dropped the weight and did 10 repetitions there to absolute failure. Keeping it intense, keeping the blood within the muscle, keeping that pump, stretching the fascia, making sure there's nutrient-rich and oxygen-rich blood getting into the muscles. So now triceps are pretty much done, and then we're gonna go hit biceps. Alright, that's our second exercise of biceps done. You'll notice that I put 2 attachments, or fabric attachments, whatever you want to say, on the end of the bar. The reason being is that it just takes a little bit more pressure away from my wrists and my elbows. I selected a weight that allowed me to reach failure at 10 repetitions in a stood up position. You'll notice that I was slightly back from the pulley because I find that all the load is really placed at the bottom of this movement. When I lay down, more tension is placed at the top of the movement. I dropped it down a weight, however, it is a little bit easier when you're lying down because of that plane of motion. So I did 10 standing, 10 lying. And I did 3 sets in total, again, 60 repetitions for that exercise, resting for about a minute between each set. And then the second exercise here, I laid down at the bottom of this pulley, grabbed hold of the easy bar, and I came down to my forehead and then back up. This puts a tremendous amount of strain on the peak contraction of the bicep. So once we've done 10 repetitions there, I stood up, and this time I came to the forehead and back up. Target is to break down as much tissue, muscle tissue in this session as possible. So I did 3 sets there again, 10 on the floor, 10 up, 60 reps in total. And now we're gonna go on to the final exercise for biceps. Okay, final exercise was reverse curls on an easy bar. I find it easier, pardon the pun. It's a little bit easier on my wrist. I start off with a reverse extension, overhand extension, to make sure that I do work what's called the choriobrachialis there. And then once I reach failure there, I know that I'd be able to bring in more bicep assistance. So that's why I turned my hands underneath and got out another 10 repetitions. So I started 10 repetitions to failure with a reverse grip, flipped it round, another 10 repetitions. And that is all she wrote. I'm gonna meet you over yonder with a nice little shake in hand. All right, kids, we are done with day 17. So, biceps and triceps done. You may be wondering or asking the question, well, is there going to be a crossover when I hit back next? But your arms are going to be straight, so they're going to be in a locked position. You will not have to worry about your biceps being sore. That is absolutely fine. You should be separating these muscle groups completely, so there should not be any crossover. When we're hitting back, you should be focused on the movement of the back and the retraction of your shoulder blades, or your shoulder blades being pulled down, not the flexion in your biceps. Once you've got that down, you won't feel any crossover, and you shouldn't be weaker on any of the larger muscle groups such as chest and back because of it. Remember, you should be recovering as well. So get home, enjoy yourselves, eat clean food, and brush your teeth, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, I know it is the end of day 17. I know I already wrapped up and said I'll see you tomorrow. However, I thought, when I came back, I thought, God, I could do with something to munch on, and I thought, I know, I'll do my kale. So I'm gonna show you a little pro tip here on what you can do if you want something to munch on and you're hungry and it's not time for a meal. So I have here a bowl of kale that I've cooked. What I did, I just got a load of fresh kale from Whole Foods, and then I put it in the oven, and I just sprayed a little thin layer of coconut oil over it, just very thin spray, and then I put some salt in it. On half of it I put cinnamon, and on the other half I put smoked paprika. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Now keep in mind that I put it on about 350 for about 20 minutes, but keep an eye on it just in case it burns. It will start off huge, so you'll have to buy quite a lot
because once it's baked, it's cooked, it does shrink, shrivel quite a lot. So I had a lot and now I'm just left with this. But that's nice. There's a lot of iron in here. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin, what else is there? There's a lot of fiber in it, that's for sure. And it's very low in calories, no fat. So it's a great little snack to chew on. Give it a shot.